Okay, so today we are doing lessons 1.7 and 1.8. The lesson 1.7 does not have an assignment with it, so we're just going to have an assignment for 1.8. It's 10 questions, and it's about money, so it should be a review because I feel like most of you guys know money. But if you don't know the American money system, then that's what we're learning, and it'll be a good refresher for you or lesson. So starting off with the bell ringer. What place is the 2 in the number 2038? Is it in the ones, tens, hundreds, or thousands place? Type your answer in the chat. Good job, Juan and Jose. Yes, it is in the thousands place. The 8 is in the ones, the 3 is in the tens, the 0 is in the hundreds, and the 2 is in the thousands place in the number 2038. So let's move on to 1.7 and 1.8. Let me present my screen. Okay. Recognizing place value in money is 1.7 and lesson 1.8 is counting money. 1.7 is like 3 slides, super easy. So you have 5 ones or a $5 bill. You can write that as 5 decimal point, 5 decimal point 0, or 5 decimal point 00. There are often reasons to show these place values, but with money, we're going to be working with the 5.00. So we'll be working with everything 2 places after the decimal point and on. So we write amounts of money using 2 places to the right of the decimal, so the tenths and the hundredths. So we've done everything on the left side of the decimal place. So now we're going to work into the decimal place since we already know these place values. So money is often used showing tenths and hundredths in the decimal place. $1.25 is written as $1 decimal 2.5. And we read the decimal point as the word and. This means there's $1.25. So the 1 is in the ones place, decimal point, and then the 25 cents, the 2 goes in the tenths, and the 5 goes in the hundredths. $10.75 is written as $10.75, and the number the numbers to the left of the decimal place will go the first one in the tenths and the second one in the hundredths. So there is 1 10 and no ones. The 75 cents is the part less than $1. So any of our coins are going to be after the decimal place, and then everything above, like dollar bills, $10 bills, $20 bills, will be up to the left of the decimal place. So that was 1.7, just introducing you to the decimal place. And then 1.8 is counting money. So we're going to practice counting money and seeing different ways to write it, because there's 3 kind of different ways you can do it. So here's what the book works with for types of money. There's a penny, which is worth 1 cent, a nickel, 5 cents, a dime, 10 cents, and a quarter, 25 cents, $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, and $20 bill. We know what they are based on the numbers in all 4 corners: 1, 5, 10, 20. So pennies, there are 100 pennies in $1. We usually show the number of pennies or cents using the hundredths place value. So the hundredths is 2 places after the decimal point, and we'll always put pennies there because there's 100 pennies in a dollar, so it'll go in the hundredths place. So right here, this means 8 cents, and that means 2 cents. And the amount, 10.10, shows 10 pennies or 10 cents. The decimal point 2 places to the right shows hundredths. This means we have 10 pennies out of 100 pennies. We write 50 cents as 50 pennies, or you can do $.50 or $0.50. So when you write cents, you can include the 0 like we did here, or you don't have to include the 0, and everyone knows it means the same thing. So cents. We write cents using the cent symbol. The symbol means cents. It's just a C with a line right through the middle. The letter C with a line means cents. So earlier we wrote 0.05. We read this as 5 cents, even though we wrote the $ in front of it. That's just kind of a universal American thing, as if the $sign's in front of it, but it's cents. It still means cents, even though it's the dollar symbol. The placement shows that it's a nickel, which is part of a dollar. In the same way, we write 0.25 for 25 cents. So over here, it has all these different values. So you're going to tell me kind of what it means. So the $.01, what does that mean? What does it equal? Is it a penny, a nickel, a dime, or a quarter? One penny. Good job, Juan. Yes, it's 1 cent or 1 penny. And then the .05, is that nickel, dime, or a quarter? Yes, good job, Juan. The .05 is 5 cents or 1 nickel. And then moving on to the .10, that's a dime or 10 cents. And then .25 is a quarter or 25 cents. And then the 1, 5, and the 10 you just write as the number followed by the word dollar. So $1, $5, $10. Does that make sense? Should be review for most of you, but if you don't know, then this is a good lesson. All right, so coins. Pennies are counted by ones. If we have 4 pennies, we have 4 cents. Nickels are counted by 5s, since a nickel means the same as 5 pennies. So if you have pennies, you just count them as 1. So if you had 10 pennies, you'd go 1, 2, 3 with each penny. But then for nickels, they're 5 cents each, so you count by 5s. So 2 nickels is 10 cents because 5 and 10 is 10 cents. Dimes, you count by 4s, so 10, 20, 30, 40, so 40 cents. And quarters, you count by 25s. So 25, 50, 75. I have 75 cents with 3 quarters. If I have 4 quarters, I have $1. This means that every time I have 4 quarters, I will have $1. When counting coins, start with the coins that have the greatest value. So in order from greatest to least, we have quarter, dime, nickel, and penny. All right, so add together 1 quarter, 1 dime, 1 nickel, 1 penny, and put your answer in the chat. Yes, good job, Freddie. So with this 1 quarter, 1 dime, 1 nickel, 1 penny, we have 41 cents, or you can write it as 0.41 with the $sign. Paper money is definitely easier to count for some people. It has the amount written on each bill. So same as coins, you want to start with the largest bill and then work down to your smaller one. It makes it easier to count. So we have a 20, a 10, a 5, and a 1. There's also a $50 bill and a $100 bill. So we're going to add up all of these together. And so I have a $20 bill and a $20 bill, one 10, one 5, and two 1s. So what's two 20s, one 10, one 5, and two 1s? Add that up and put your answer in the chat if you think you know what it is. So I have 57 and 56. Juan is correct with 57. So a 20, we have $20. Add a 20 to the 20, we get 40. 40 plus 10, we get 50. 50 plus 5 is 55. 55 plus 1 is 56. And 56 plus 1 is 57. So that's how we add money from greatest to smallest. Okay, next one. We have three $50 bills, a $20 bill, and two $5 bills. So add it together and tell me what your answer would be if you add together three $50 bills, one $20 bill, and two $5 bills. Good job, Juan. Juan is correct with 180. So we have 50, 100, 150. 150 plus 20 is 170. 170 plus 5 is 175. And 175 plus 5 is 180. All right, last one. We have just six $20 bills. So I can just multiply 6 by 20 to get my answer. And it's 120. All right, add this money together. I have six $20 bills, one $5 bill, and four quarters. Add that together and type your answer in the chat. Yes, 126. So 6 times 20 is 120. Add 5 to my 120. I have 125. And 4 quarters is $1. So 126. Good job, everybody. Last one. Two $20 bills, one $5 bill, two $1 bills, one quarter, two dimes, and two pennies. So if you add together two $20 bills, one $5 bill, two $1 bills, a quarter, two dimes, and two pennies, I'm going to start with my largest bills, so the 20s. I'll add those together first, then add my 5 to it, then the two 1s, and then add up my change, and then add them together. All right, so two $20 bills is 40. 40 plus 5 is 45. 45 plus $1 is 46. 46 plus another $1 is 47. So I have 47 in my to the left of the decimal place. Now I'm going to add up all my coins to get to the right of the decimal place. So I have 25 plus 10, which is 35, plus another 10, which is 45. So I have 45 plus 1 is 46, and 46 plus another 1 is 47. So your answer would be $47 decimal 47. So $47.47. So that is all for today's lesson. I'm going to assign homework 1.8 now, and that is due Monday at midnight. If you have any questions, let me know.